Hello, everyone. Excuse me. I hope you all are doing well. And like I said, I'm coming back. Just finished dinner and hanging out, walking the dog, and so I said, let me come back. I had a chance to talk to Kimmie. Some things I am not going to say. Some things I am going to say. Let me start off by saying there is a narrative trying to be put out there that I sent Kimmie's wedding invite to Shelley. That's what's been said. And again, I told Kimmie, like I told you all, because PDP asked the question, and I told Kimmie the same thing. Absolutely not. I'm willing to go to court. I'm willing to go to court. I don't usually do this, but on my mama's grave, I know that I didn't send anything. But that's the narrative that is trying to be put out there. And again, I don't send people stuff like that. And so I just really want to be clear on that. And I'm glad PDP asked that question because that came up. And I'm glad that Reed came on to say that it was not anyone from this sector. So I don't know if somebody got an invitation besides me. Kimmie said no one did, but I didn't send it. So um, just let me start right there. Number two, Kimmie's husband, according to her, is not Dominican. And she told me why. Now, he's not Dominican. Number two, Kimmie has not been in jail for 5 years because she just married this man recently. And if she just married the man recently, I'm sorry if I'm breaking up. Can you hear me now? I hope this is better. If she just married the man recently, then there's no way that she could have been in jail for 5 years because Kimmie has been really on YouTube. She's not been on here a lot, but she's been on here enough. So I just wanted to say that I'm not jealous of anybody's commentary. Are you serious? I'm not jealous of anybody's commentary. That's funny. Let me move on. Another thing, Kimmie hangs with gay men. So if and I'm just bringing this up. If Kimmie was married to a gay man, wouldn't her friends say, "Hey, girl, why is he gay?" And and again, you all, why would Kimmie just get paid $5,000 to marry a man? So that's what I'm trying to say. Okay, well, the thing is, she would be in jail. You all, I'm not saying that Reed is wrong, but I told you all I was going to talk to Kimmie, and I did because the truth ain't about me being friends with anybody. Kimmie and I talked, and she expressed she was disappointed in some things prior. And I had to tell her it ain't nothing personal. And you don't have to prove anything. I just go with the evidence. But just like that situation, this situation is different because again, Reed said that she cannot disclose her information. Now she did say some things, and I told you all what I heard. But one thing I wanted to clear up is I didn't send anything. I don't play those games. And that's why I ask those questions. And I'm not dumb. I'm going to ask the questions. So Again, you all, I don't know what's happening. I don't know if the people are tired of looking at competitions and hearing the reviews on competitions, or I don't know. And they just decided to spice it up. I don't know what's going on. But I do know this. I do know that I heard what Reed said. And I do know that, and this is why I'm very, very careful when I listen to what people say. And see, with me, I don't have a problem. I'll bring everybody on this panel or give people a call to have a conversation. Because when you're in truth, you don't shy away from stuff. You know, I mean, and some things are not our business. Like I said, whether Kimmie is married or not, I ain't sleeping with Kimmie's husband, and I'm not sleeping with Kimmie. But it's the who and the why, and somebody lying or somebody telling the truth, and that's it. Now, let me say this, Hershey. I didn't know that until Kimmie and I talked. I'm like, what? Because I'm like, how, yeah. And hey, people do what they do. I can't tell you that because I know you all think that we work behind the scenes and we talk and we do all of this and this and this, but we don't. We don't. It's only when something pops up that I'll probably get a call or hear. And of course, I got a call because, yeah, I got a call because, this situation. And I'm like, wait a minute, I don't send stuff out like that. I don't do that kind of stuff. That's not me at all. And so um, I said, well, let me come on and ask a few questions. But I did talk to Kimmie. I did talk to Kimmie. And I was made aware that certain content creators were in Orlando. Let me say this too. People can travel where they want to. I don't have control over people's travel. I don't have control over where people can go. No more than I had control over a content creator coming on the cruise ship with me. I have no control over that at all. So I just want to say that I have no problem with Read the Heart of Philadelphia. I just had questions to ask, and I think Reed got a little touched. But no, 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 no. It was a who, what, when, where, how, and why. How did you know this? Why did you know this? When did you know this? You know what, y'all? And I still haven't gone over to check her room. She said because people in the room were talking about it, and I'm sorry, I didn't go over to check. And I need to, but I didn't go over to check at all. I didn't. Um, but I had questions to ask her. And then I had questions to ask Kimmie, which I did. Now, the other content creator, I reached out, no answer. That's fine. But I'm not here to have alliances and all of this stuff. I'm not. I'm not at all. Also, I will say this. We need to consider the sources. We need to consider sources. And I'm not lying about that. There have been some people who have told lies, had people in jail with folk that they don't even know. Now, y'all, all I can say is according to this person, has been in jail for 3 years in the state of Florida. And there's no record of it in the state of Florida. And I keep on saying in the state of Florida because y'all, Florida will try to ruin your life if you go to jail in Florida. So all I'm going to say is consider the source. And when I hear certain people's names associated with things, I just look for another source because I know that because of credibility issues prior, I just know. And so all I will say is consider the source. I don't believe anything. I just believe what the evidence tell me. And I'm going to say this to you all. I would rather have something in writing, recorded, or first source. First source. Not second or third source, but first source. And that's how I really look at things and I sort things out. And I just want to know why and how. Is this a get back? Is this is revenge? This is to let people know that I don't play and you ain't gonna. I don't know what it's about. What's it all about, Alfie? What's it all about? Why are we doing these things? But I mean, like I'm gonna tell you, it doesn't really matter who. Why? That's the whole thing. Why is it being done? What is the reason? What evidence do we know? Now again, I talked to Kimmie. Kimmie said her husband is not Dominican. They know this is the thing, you all. People knew that they slept in separate beds. I mean, I'm like, how y'all know all of this? And so when you bring these types of things, I mean, do you got the paperwork? Who is this source? And is this source willing to go to court or come up? I'm just asking because, I'm listening. And to me, everything is alleged because we don't know. But I did talk to first source, Kimmie, and Kimmie said her husband is not Dominican. So she don't know where people got that at. And if and if that ain't right, then what else is not? Okay. I'm looking at you. I'm not okay. Okay. I'm reading what y'all got. Well, I don't know because my thing is I hadn't even seen the invitation, y'all, and that's really funny because I knew I wasn't going to be able to go to a wedding, and let me talk about the conversation. When Kimmie got engaged and stuff, I was excited for her, and I'm like, okay, that's awesome, and I was invited to go, and I said, you know what, I would love to go, but I know I'm not going to be able to. Where are you registered? Now, I never got that information because, again, I would have sent something through the bridal registry. And I asked that question. Now, you all, I don't recall. I don't recall. I'm sorry, you all. I was getting a call. I don't recall getting an invitation sent. I am checking emails and text messages now. I don't recall getting, but let me say this. I remember being invited. I definitely was invited. I definitely wasn't invited. I mean, I was invited rather. Now, the invitation, you all, I've been looking for it everywhere. And I'm not saying that Kimmie did not send it because I know I get a lot of stuff. And sometimes, I check and sometimes I don't. And that's just the honest truth. I knew I wasn't going because I had other things. And again, I was more interested in the registry than the invitation. Was I invited? Yes. And I'm not going to sit here and say that. Did I get the invite? I may have, but this is why I know I didn't send it either because I couldn't tell you how it is. I couldn't even tell you how the invite looked, y'all, to be honest. I couldn't even tell you how the invitation looked because I didn't open it and I don't recall getting it. But I'm not saying that Kimmie didn't send it because Kimmie could have very well sent it and I missed it. So that's one reason why I know I didn't. I couldn't even tell you. Couldn't even tell you. Like somebody said that there was a link attached that you could go into. I didn't know that because I didn't open it. I was more interested in the registry, but I was invited. I was invited. And I was honored that I was invited. So I want to say that. Um, I had known this, like I said, about maybe 2 or 3 months before everybody else did. And I said nothing at all. And the only reason why it came to my attention because I was doing a vlog and some people came over and said that Kimmie is married. And I'm like, okay. And I said nothing about it. But I text Kimmie, I'm like, hey, are you telling the girls you got married? And then she told me she only told her members only. And I guess some of the members only came in because, I wanted to check with her because, again, she told me really not to say anything to anybody about that, which is understandable, you all. So it's nothing out of the ordinary that that she would want that because y'all know how people dox, you know what people try to do. So that's not out of the ordinary. And I don't blame her. And I would think it would be detrimental now to even let people see who you're dating or anything, to that concern, because it's really not people's business. But when it came out that, um, you know, somebody sent the invitation to somebody, yeah, it became an issue. So it really does have something, it does really have to do something. Some of this stuff really has to do with me. And let me say this, I got a phone call. I got a phone call. I got a phone call. And I'm like, absolutely not. I don't operate like that. Absolutely not. And so, yeah, yeah. There's a lot of things I'm not going to say because I'm not, but there's some things that I spoke with her about. And I think that it shouldn't be said. I think what I'm telling you all now is important for you all to know. But I do know a play when I see one. And so I'm going to say this one more time. And I want y'all to hear me, and I'm going to be clear about this. Kimmie told me she sent me an invitation. Again, I was invited to the wedding verbally by Kimmie. I don't know if I received the information or not. Kimmie could have sent the invitation and I did not get it. I have not seen the invitation. I cannot even tell you how it looks. Now, obviously, Reed knew more than I did because I did not know that there was a link that you can click on to go to the wedding. I didn't even know that. And I am looking for this invitation. I cannot find it. And I'm not saying that Kimmie didn't send it, but I know that, again, I didn't send it. So I'm just being clear on that because I know people try to run narratives. And so I want to be very clear because I do think people try to involve folk in it. And my thing is either you are part of the problem or part of the solution. And I'm not part of that problem because I don't send people's personal information out and all of that stuff because that ain't none of my business. And if I didn't even share that her wedding was 2-3 months ago, Lord knows I'm not going to share the information. So I want to be clear on that. Maybe this NAACP award is doing a lot. Anyway, let me get back to the task. So I did hear Reed, and it's really funny because I heard Reed last night, and Reed said a lot of stuff. And I almost had him on to text Kimmie and say, "Hey, all of this stuff is being said," but I didn't. I didn't because again, people were trying to say that Mark, whoever this Mark was, sent them an email, and I'm like, what? But see, and that's why I didn't go with it because people are throwing spaghetti on the wall to see if it sticks. So it's a lot of stuff going on. I don't know if people just tired of the competitions and the cooking competitions and the challenges, but now we have been trying to say, well, let's have a lose weight challenge. Okay, lose weight challenge. Somebody brought that up. You don't see nobody running to that challenge. But anyway, so let me see what you all are saying here. Reed wanted to invite to wear those red shoes. Again, I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about that. Baby, they done doxed my dog. Girl, I was scared because I was like, they might find out what her dog in daycare is and try to go and take her because these people crazy. People said Kimmie got married to compete with Tracy and Noble. I don't think so. Y'all, look, no. Y'all, come on. Moving right along. They out here beefing over who sent invitations during Murderers Weekend. What's up, Dr. Lashana Roos Brown? They need to get a husband. They just be throwing past it and stuff, but I ain't heard. He said, no, I didn't. I didn't. So I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that. But let me say this, you all. In 2024, and I really mean this, in 2024, we should question what people are saying. We should question when people bring allegations without any proof. We really should. And I am really, really on a campaign against misinformation. I'm looking at these elections and all of this stuff and how these social media sites like TikTok and people they spread misinformation and they gather information, and usually people who are of color or low wealth eat it up. And we need to stop this, and we really need to be critical thinkers and say this don't make sense. And I'm not saying that these things don't happen, but I was listening to all of this stuff, and I'm like, my question is how, Kimmie ain't in jail. And let's say Kimmie is a criminal. Let's say she does have criminal stuff going on. Do you think that she want to go back to jail again? You know, this is why I side eye people with the on-site April, because baby, on-site April served some time at a place where I know that it's not pleasant. Number one. And once you, I guess, have done that, you don't want to go back if you're smart. And so I even question that. And I know that that's against all people's, but I didn't see her. Look, unless you were in that place and you saw the powder and you saw her nose and all of this stuff, we don't know. And some things can look like it looks, but it's not what it seems. And I think that's an instance. Now, I could be going against the grain, but again, I know why does Leslie Jones look like she is so uncomfortable in that dress? She is tall. She bigger than Dion Cole, Jesus. And Dion Cole looking crazy too. My God, today. Y'all, Leslie look like she. Look at Leslie. Oh, Jesus. Anyway, y'all, let me get back to what I'm talking about. I'm looking at this NAACP award and try to talk. Looking at the NAACP award, trying to talk. So, anyway, there's a lot of things that can happen. Well, female affairs, let me say this. If y'all didn't like this, y'all wouldn't be here. See, this is what I'm trying to, because I'm being truthful. Now, my thing is, there is something we can learn from this. And my thing is, if you don't want it to happen to you, then you shouldn't want it to happen to anybody else. And my thing is, put yourself in the position of the person, and we'll go on with it. And because I was sent an invitation, which, like I said, I gotta find. People are trying to set it up. Well, Jay Wilson sent that. Jay Wilson sent that. Jay Wilson ain't sent nothing. But people are trying to be Columbo. They trying to be Matlock. They trying to be Jessica on Murder She Wrote. And I'm here to the point where, baby, I'm willing to go to court. I don't do stuff like this. But see, this is what I'm saying. Even with truth. So it may not be anything to you all, but again, I have been lied about many times on here. And you ain't a content creator, so I get it, because it doesn't necessarily affect you. But how can you yell that I haven't been to prison when somebody done put you in prison for 3 years? And how do you fight that? How do you fight that? They done got a name, Bit Mike. Girl, they done got a name, Bit Mike, and but the thing is, which prison? They couldn't tell me which prison. They couldn't tell me none of that. But I was in prison for 3 years. Was I in Butler? Was I in Lake Butler? Was I in Starks? Yeah. Was I at the Florida Reception Center? Yeah. Was I in day detention? But nobody could tell me to jail. Nobody could, but see what I'm saying? But they swore up and down. And then they did an interview with somebody, and I stole chicken. And again, it's really funny because I don't go to church in that city. And they didn't even have the right city. And I'm just like, who are these people? I mean, I'm just like, really? And you gotta look at that kind of stuff, and it's like, okay. And then I was married when I was in high school. Baby, I'm taking nuptials in the 9th grade. My parents didn't have no control over me. I was just a ranting lunatic out here, just marrying women but how am I marrying somebody and then I'm gay? That mean I was bisexual if I married somebody. I'm just going there. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going there. But I just, it's just really interesting, you all. Mm-mm-mm. So that's why that's where I am with this. So I talked to Kimmie. Read the Heart of Philadelphia came on and spoke. Now let me say this. I am not even saying that anything is Shelley at this particular point. Now everybody talking about some Shelley. I have not spoken to Shelley. I have not seen XYZ. I know now I know that she's in Orlando. I didn't know she was in Orlando. I didn't know she was in Orlando. So I'm like, oh, okay. But the woman can travel where she want to travel. Florida is not off limits to people at all. It's not off limits to people. So, but, and I may not hear from her. I may or may not hear from her. But I'm gonna tell y'all this: I am not pro Kimmie. I am not pro Shelley. I am not pro Reed. I am pro truth. And Reed said a lot. I really can't say the evidence because she didn't share it, but there was no physical stuff. And I really wanted them to post the daggone invite. Was the man on the invite? And this is where I'm going with it. Now they swore the man was Dominican. Kimmie said her husband is not Dominican, so that's a lie. See, that's a lie because Kimmie is the one who's married to the man, and she should know who she married. They did post it. Oh, really? Who posted? Where is it still up? Is it still up, Tracy? Is it on her? Because I'll go over there, baby. I'll go over there and come back. Is it still up? Brianna posted it in and tagged me with it. So is it on Brianna's channel? Is it on somebody's platform? Is it up? That's all I'm wondering. Is it up? And if it's up, where is it up? So somebody said, go look on Brianna's. Hold on. I'm going to go look on Brianna's channel right now. Because if it's up, I want to see, because I've never seen the invitation. So I want to see how the invitation look. Because I don't think I've seen it. So give me a minute, y'all. I'm going to go on over there and check. Give me a minute. I'm going right over there and check. Hold on for a minute. I'm going right over to Brianna's. Hold on. Okay, y'all said it's on Reed's community page because I didn't see it on Brianna's. Hold on for a minute. I'll be right back then. Okay, well, I'm not a member, so I'm not, and y'all know how I am. I look, okay, so I went to Reed's channel and I went to that, and I'm not going over to that. I don't know how it looks. They said it was a link to the wedding. I ain't even know that, but you all just, look, be careful. I'm only saying this because I realize that people try to influence folk. And when it comes to these content creators, I am neutral. There are no friends on YouTube. I mean that. Because if people could take me down, they would do it right now. Because people don't really care. There are no friends on YouTube. People will turn on you tomorrow. Now, there are some civil people on YouTube who will reach out and say, hey, what's going on? Or what there's some civil people on YouTube. I will say that. Okay. But I want you all to get out of the team this and team this, because once we get into these silos, we don't think straight. We don't think logically. We think with emotions. And I think that gets people messed up. And I've told Kimmie and I have told Shelly, I have told Tracy that I'm about truth. I don't have to like you, but I'm not going to deal with the lies. I like Vic, but Vic Vic didn't have no evidence that Beasley sent a darn thing. But Vic was dead set that, hey, it was Beasley. And I'm like, no, how you know that? Did you see it? Did you? And no one could say what they saw. It was all speculation. So that's where I am, you all. So this Kimmie is in the room. So child, I thought I wasn't married though. Good night. Me and my illegal gay immigrant are going to bed, child, since we hiding from your bestie. Kimmie, you up here? But no, while you're here, Kimmie, did I talk to you today? I want you all to know I don't have nothing to hide. I spoke to Kimmie today. I told Kimmie I did not send any invitation. Kimmie told me her husband ain't Dominican. I was just surprised because I'm like, well, why is she gonna marry a gay man? And she got these gay friends. Nobody ain't pop her to it. And why would she want to do? I mean, and I know Kimmie ain't called to be no eunuch. So I know she wants some loving. I'm just saying. So that don't see, and I'm just not trying to be funny, y'all. I'm just saying, come on, could we really use some logic and reason? And like I said, and I told Kimmie, Tracy, and all of them this. Look, I'm very interested in truth. I'm not interested in all of this stuff. And yes, I did speak to Kimmie, and we did have a conversation. I told y'all I was going to speak to Kimmie, and I meant what I said. And let me say this: I don't have a problem with sitting on a panel. If y'all want to fly to Texas and we can go over there to Rudy's and eat some Rudy and eat some barbecue and have this, I don't care, because that's how real I am. I don't play these games. I don't play these games. And so this secondhand, somebody dropped this in my lap. I get that. And you answered my question, but I didn't hear anything far as this. And let me say this. Rudy. Now, Kimmie said, child, so once I found out these stories originated with Dubby, uh, well, I'm not meeting with anyone. I'm scared of everyone, and anyone uninvited will be deleted. I got you, Kimmie. Well, I just want to be very clear. I don't have time to play. And like I said, if this story originated with that individual that Kimmie just put out there, child, because she done had me married, she done had me in jail, and she done had me stealing chicken. She done had me stealing chicken. Now, I can't be mad. And let me say this: I can't be mad at Deanna Irvin because I mean what she had was correct. Now, I didn't go to no speedy cash. I just put 2 payments behind on my loan. And I told you why and why it happened. I gave you the explanation. I didn't have to give you all that. But at least her stuff was right. I mean, I can't be mad at the lady because it was public, I guess, and there it is. Boom. You see what I'm saying? So at least her stuff was right, whoever gave it to her or whatever. I mean, I'm just being real with it. Why are they showing Usher with Justin Bieber? That ain't a good look, Usher. That ain't a good look. Anyway. I mean, but at least it was right. I mean, see what I'm saying? At least tell the truth. So I'm gonna leave it at that. And again, I'm not fighting Reed. Reed came up and she told me how she got what because I had questions and she answered those questions. And again, Kimmie, now I'm going to go back and I'm going to circle back because I told Kimmie I ain't said nothing. I ain't even tell people when your wedding was. So if I didn't do that, I ain't sending nobody your invitation, which I'm still looking for. And I'm not saying that Kimmie didn't send an invitation. I could have overlooked it. I'm looking for it now and can't find it. It doesn't mean that Kimmie didn't send it. It means that I might overlook it because she said it was a link in there. I ain't even know that. I was more focused on Kimmie's registry than anything. And I think I've said that. But when Reed said that somebody out of the sector sent the invitation and her, I'm like, oh, okay then. So I don't know. Hold on for a minute, you all. Usher discovered Bieber. Okay, so St. James, we know Usher discovered Bieber, but it was given Puff Daddy Usher. So it just didn't look good. And I understand that Usher discovered Bieber, Justin, but it was giving me Diddy Flavor Camp. And Bieber is no longer in the industry, and I'm sure Bieber has some stories to tell. I'm sure he has some stories to tell. That's all. And I think in the lieu of this Diddy thing, that no grown black man should be pictured with this adolescent looking at the time boy. That's all I'm saying. Oh, we know he discovered him. We know we discovered him, St. James. That's all I'm saying. We gotta just be careful with that. I know what, yeah. Yeah. So anyway, that's all I'm saying, St. James. Because Usher went through some things himself that he don't even want to discuss. I know. So anyway, you all, that's all I had to say about that. I'm done. I'm done. I'm not gonna beat this dead horse. I am done. I have talked to Kimmie. Well, y'all, they have a video that looks really shady with Justin Bieber, and it was some more entertainers, and it didn't look good. It didn't look good. It looked like, I'm gonna tell you what it looked like, and I'm not saying that it happened, but it looked like Bieber was giving somebody some pleasure, and then he turned around, and then it looked like somebody was zipping their pants up, and it looked so like, what is this? And I know sometimes people can edit stuff. And y'all, let me say this too: we got to be very careful with the onslaught of artificial intelligence, because artificial intelligence can do a lot of stuff now. If it could affect people thinking that it was Joe Biden calling them, artificial intelligence is dangerous. And I think it's helpful in some ways, but I think it's very dangerous as well. To the point where people can put folks' faces on bodies and stuff. We got to be very careful with AI, and that's all I'm gonna say. So just keep that in mind here. From the rooter to the tutor, Usher show did went through something. Yes, he did. How do we know you're not AI? I'm not. Trust me, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. But if you think I am, I think you need to move on. So if you think I am, anyway, anybody can make an audio of you saying crazy stuff with AI. Yeah, that AI is very dangerous, very, very dangerous. So, and again, this is why we need to question things, you all. We really do. My thing is, what is your motive? What is your end game? Why did you do it at the beginning? What's really going on? What's really happening? Are you getting back at someone because somebody you perceive did something to you? So we're going to get back? Because a lot of people believe in eye for an eye, and that could be it. And you know what? I don't necessarily have to agree with it, but I can understand it. And that's where I'm going with that. So that's what I wanted to say on today, you all. Y'all look, baby, they talking about the the seafood contest. Baby, I'm so tired of these contests, not contests, but these contests. Baby, these competitions. But let me say them. Let me say them. Bree, all of y'all, don't let's do this weight loss competition. and just step on the scale and take pictures. Let's do the weight loss competition. The weight loss challenge. And see, that ain't an easy challenge because that has to be a quarterly thing. It has to be a monthly thing. It's like how much somebody weight lost in a month and stuff. And you got to get on that scale. But anyway, I'm just saying. Fennel fact too. You saw that one too? Mm-hmm. St. James. Let's have that competition. Maybe they doing seafood competition and stuff. And my thing is this: nobody shouldn't be begging for no money. All this food. Are you feeding your families? Do you need to get Similac? I'm just saying because y'all. Anyway, let me move right along. But these competitions, like I said, y'all like these challenges, and y'all keep on having these challenges. Knock yourself out. Them challenges are a little too intensive to me. They require too much work, and it's little financial incentive. I'm business. I need something that's gonna have a quick payout. Okay, them competition ain't no quick payout. ODS one. Okay. I didn't know, Catherine. I ain't even watch. Come on, Queen Latifah. What's she wearing? Ooh, what is she wearing? What is Queen Latifah wearing? What's she gonna bust out with? I know she gonna open that jacket up. I know she getting ready to open this jacket up. What's she gonna do? What Queen Latifah? Queen Latifah is changing clothes more than a Patti LaBelle concert, more than a Diana Ross concert. She changing, and this the NAACP award, okay? But she act like, baby, she's on Super Bowl. All right. So seafood competitions with dirty ovens, baby. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to be seeing all that. I don't want to be seeing all that, y'all. I just don't. I don't want to be seeing all of that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Nobody want to be seeing all of that. I don't want to see no dirty ovens. I don't want to see no dirty dishes. I don't want to see none of that kind of stuff. And again, I heard that somebody because King Roman done got a poll out, and obviously Brooke and what's her name and Uppity Goddess, something was going on. Something was going on with somebody's seafood, and they was like, who should have been kicked out? So obviously, Brooke and Uppity Negro Goddess must have had some nasty seafood. And y'all, you got to be careful with seafood. You got to be very careful with seafood. First of all, you got to be careful where you get it because the source could mess you up. And then you got to be very careful how you prepare it. Make sure that when you do the shrimp that you get that vein out, get that poop shoot out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just need to be careful with this seafood stuff, and y'all gotta make sure y'all wash it. Uppity should have been saving them food stamps. like I said, Uppity don't get no food stamps, Tracy. Uppity gets $1,000 every week for each child, and including herself. So Uppity make too much money to be getting food stamps. You're mistaken, Tracy, because according to Uppity, she gets $1,000 for each child and everything. Somebody said, I want to allow my dog to eat from Uppity. Well, I don't know what she did to King James. King Roman. I called the man King James. I called the man King James. I don't know what she did to King Roman News, but King Roman News is not here for her. First of all, you need to watch them bad boys. No, I like Latifah. I just want to know what was under that thing. Oh, Lord. Y'all, everybody trying to call me. So look, Sheffy with dirty oven should have been disqualified. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Not the dirty oven, Jesus. Look, y'all, I'm going to leave that alone. So look, I have said what I needed to say. I'm getting ready to head off because we're getting ready to go somewhere. But I just wanted to come on before before I departed on my date. Y'all know it's my birthday month. I will be turning 54, Tracy, March the 21st. Um, so I'm looking forward to my 54th birthday. Now, I'm looking forward to this, but I'm really ready to celebrate my 55th. I think 55 is a milestone, so I'm counting all the milestone birthdays like 55 and then 60, that kind of stuff. I'm counting those, but I'm really excited for 55. I think I'm gonna really celebrate 55 and then 60, every 5 years. So I'm about the every 5 years thing. So the ones in between, they're okay. But I am in my birthday month, and every birthday is a blessing. But I'm really looking forward to my milestone birthday month. So yeah. So, but look, um, come on, Aries, baby. My grandson is on the 28th. Aries fighter. You know it. You know it. March the 21st here. So, and we'll celebrate you all. So let's, if y'all want to come over. Now, let me say this. Jay Wilson, thank you for that. Donald Lawrence, I've been listening to all that. I'm healed, baby. You got to be healed. So I am going to do something on my birthday, you all. However, um, and I'm gonna drop my cash app and stuff, but I don't want y'all to feel obligated. I'm to the point now where I just, if people give to you what they want to give to you. And my season was when I first started, and people gave, and they, but I understand with the advent of these people begging every day, begging for a dollar, begging for a piece of cheese, begging for the dog. It's a lot of begging. It's just a whole lot of begging. And I can understand why people get fatigued. But my thing is, I would rather have your presence than your present. Okay. And meaning I would rather have you there with me instead of what you can give me. But if you want to give me something, you can. But know that it's not it's not an obligation. Just come on over and enjoy the time. Just come on over and be there. And it's not dry begging. Because you know what? People gonna give what they want. People are gonna give what they want. And if they don't want to give, let me tell you something. So I didn't know Bama Girl was gonna do this. And I want to give a shout out to Bama Girl. So someone had sent me like $2 and stuff to, telling me what XYZ had said. And I'm like, I really don't need to know that. They really was sending money. And I just refunded the money back. And baby, Bama Girl sent some really nice coin. I was very surprised. I'm like, girl, why you sending all that money? People must be dying real quick in Florida, baby. I'm like, because baby, I mean, you must be getting good tips. Because Bama Girl said, oh, nasty piece of coin. So I'm like, okay. So Bama Girl, I would like to thank you so much. Is Jamie Foxx gonna win this? Coleman, Glenn, Sterling, Jamie Foxx. Who gonna win it? Who won it? Was it Jamie Foxx? No, it was okay, it was that guy. Okay. Erica Alexander looks so good. Erica Alexander looks so good, y'all. Y'all, I'm gonna tell you what, I like Queen Latifah, but it look like she got green potato chips on her. It look like a potato chip coat. I'm serious. It's like somebody just sliced some potatoes and just put it all on her. I mean, I know it's fashion, but it look like some potato chips. I'm just saying, it look like a potato chip coat. I thought she was gonna open it up. You know what I'm saying? I thought she was gonna open it up. But it looked like somebody just cut some potatoes and just thought, oh, he dead. Okay. Come on, Queendom. That's what I'm talking about right there. Yeah, Bama Girl really blessed. Clarence Avant. Okay. Yeah, Bama Girl really blessed me. Oh, Carl Weathers died. God bless his soul. Oh my God. Well, put the man name up. Richard Roundtree. Richard Roundtree really aged well. He sure did. So anyway, but yeah, so I want to thank Bama Girl. Bama Girl, you came through. You didn't have to do it, but you did. So what I'm trying to say, you all, is if you want to come, you don't have to. Lance Riddick was so funny. Oh my God, he was so funny. Keisha Nash, Sandra Reeves, Hinton Battle, DJ Mark, 45th hip hop producer, Wayne Shorter, saxophonist. I'm calling out all these people for the NAACP memorandum. Andre Watts, pianist. Well, there's a lot of people who done died this year. Magoo, Grace Brumbry, really, that her. DJ Casper, I know who Grace Brumbry. Marlena Shaw, okay. Dory Ladner, okay. Charles Ogletree. Joe Madison, yes, I remember Joe. Randall Robinson, okay. Gail O'Neill died. Oh my God. Gail O'Neill died. Now I know Randall Robinson, that was Max Robinson, brother, who was on World News Tonight. Gregory Allen Howard died. Mike Williams, an athlete, died. Oh Lord. Jim Brown. Yeah, I didn't know Randall Robinson died. That's deep. I didn't know Randall Robinson died. His brother was Max Robinson, and Randall actually went to Norfolk State University. He was a student. He's a graduate at Norfolk State. So wow, that's deep, y'all. I didn't know he passed away. Ooh, baby, that's a lot of folk. Well, look, y'all, I gotta go. Oh my God, Homer Hughes, Captain David Harris. He's the first Black commercial airline pilot. Bertie Bowman, congressional staffer. Dexter King, yeah, Hughes Van Ellis. Oh God, yeah, George F. McGinnis, Vita Blue. He was an athlete. I'm calling these people out. Ashton Family Man Barrett. He was a musician. Who else did? Maurice Hines, Gregory Hines' brother. Wow, I didn't know all of these people had passed away. Wow. Les McCain, pianist and singer. Amp Fiddler, fucking hip hop producer. Ahmad Jamal died. Oh my God. Ahmad Jamal was an awesome pianist. Gene Knight, yeah. Rudolph Isley, Bobby Caldwell, Billy Lee. I didn't know Ahmad Rashad had died. George Funky Brown, musician. Yeah, Tina Turner. They going through all of the artists of last year and this year who passed away. Andre Braher, actor. I remember him. Julie Robinson Belafonte, that was Harry Belafonte's wife. I didn't know she passed away. Wow, there's a lot of people who passed, y'all. So anyway, y'all have a good one. I'm heading out. We gotta go. Peace and love. Y'all take care. Bye.